Hello and good morning and welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Lock, with an E. And I hope you enjoyed watching the Brits. I've just rushed over. I didn't win. But the good thing is I'm not bitter. They didn't have a category this year for best late night shopping presenter. Mate, you know, fingers crossed. But I'm, of course, an actor as well. Didn't get invited for that either. Yeah. Career's going really well. Oh, whatever. I'm here. We're here. You're here. I've got a guest with me tonight as well. Look, see? That's Colin. That's Colin. Colin the monkey. Monkey! That's me, Colin the monkey. Monkey! You see what I did there? It's going to be one of those shows. What? Okay, no, actually the monkey doesn't have a... He's not sitting on my shoulder, by the way. He's attached to the pole. That's the thing. Now, there's a sentence I didn't think I would ever say on television. You can name the monkey. Why don't you send us an email, studio@shopontv.co.uk, or if you go to shopontv.co.uk, like this, and there's a message box right there. Now, we can't reply to that one. If you need a reply, then please do make sure that you use the email. But you can, what's Martha typing there? The monkey should be called... Clive the monkey. Oh, no, right. The computer says no. I'm sorry, but wasn't Clyde, no, it was Clyde. Clyde, it wasn't Clive, that was the orangutan in that, whatever the film was called. Nah, on the show tonight, you see the very first item there. We've got loads of things from the wonderful brand of MisterChef. We've got an air fryer, we've got a teppanyaki grill, and we've also got a pizza maker. But this is a mini chopper blender food processor, and everyone, we actually recorded the show you're about to see in our studio in Warrington. Everybody decided, producer, director, me, floor manager, we were like, we're having that. Because there is a more expensive brand that if a person clad in black clothing carrying a katana happened to spring from the eaves, that type of, there's a brand that's named after that type of individual. And it's a very good little mini chopper, but a lot more money. It's 20 quid. It's got a borosilicate. Now, there's something I learned from Martha, my producer. A borosilicate container. Basically, it's Pyrex, but Pyrex is a brand name, so it's not Pyrex. So we're not allowed to say it, so I won't say Pyrex. And it's borosilicate glass. It's glass! It's a glass jar. Very tough. Tough glass. And it's so good. It's got a pulse feature. And it's just if you want to chop an onion or if you want to make some mirepoix, which is the base for a lot of French cooking, which is onion, celery and carrot. But I mean, you can blend anything in there. Actually, I watch a lot of YouTube videos on the keto diet and carnivore. And there's one particular channel I follow, and this guy prepares all of the stuff because you can whisk in it. You can do all kinds of stuff. Uses a blender just like that, but uses the whole one. But we got one for 20, and it's every bit as good, I assure you. So yeah, have a look at what it would cost if you went somewhere else. Robert Dyers have it right now for £30.99. MisterChef themselves for £25.99. Amazon have got it for £24.99. So we've got it for another £5 cheaper than Amazon, which is rather good. And as of 10 p.m. yesterday, it was those prices were all correct. See, it feels like days ago, but it wasn't. It was only 3 hours ago. We're on the 2nd of March already. Can you believe it? So this is why I am sitting in this little chair here tonight with the monkey yet to be named, and I'm between a fern and a cheese plant, neither of which are real. And we're calling this the Jackanory set. So, are you sitting comfortably, children? Good. Then I'll begin. As a man of great muscular build once said, it's time to get to the chopper.
It's the must-have item in my kitchen. Makes your meal prep so easy. Touch of a button, you can pulse it, or you can go at full speed the whole time. But just the perfect little helper in the kitchen. This is going to be my salsa, my chili salsa. You can see it's just got that touch button there. 1.5 litre bowl, really safe. After 30 seconds, it's got an auto cut-off as well, so it doesn't overpower the blade. 250 watts. But just a lovely processor.
You've got real control as well because you can pulse it, so it is the handy helper, you know. MisterChef, you know, their philosophy is everyday products for everyday people, and this is one you're going to use all the time. It's backed up with a 2-year warranty. Do you know what? Every single YouTube video I watch, and I watch a lot about the ketogenic diet, carnivore, any kind of modern cooking type of way of preparing food, they all have a mini chopper like this. And there are other names out there, but they are way more expensive, really significantly more expensive for exactly the same quality that you're getting here for that amazing price.
I know.
That salsa looks fab. That's healthy.
And you know,
quick.
You know why it's a little bit like colour? We've got these yellow tomatoes in there as well. So I'm using a different variety of kind of heirloom tomatoes in there. The other thing is, I just think if you've got a big food processor, you've got to get out of the cupboard, got to wash it up. This is so easy, it's so small.
Well, you know, if you've got one of those handheld food processors that we sell, they are phenomenal, but sometimes you do, but I would never go, so I've got actually a full-size food processor, which I paid a lot of money for. It's sat in my cupboard, I've never used it since it was brand new. It's just there for decoration now, really, because it's too much of a faff to get it out, whereas this is easy peasy, and so this and a stick food processor, and you've got everything you need. Actually, pretty much, we're just.
Well, to be honest, a stick blender, you know, everything you do in that will do in this. To be honest with you, the key thing for me as well, when I'm doing a meal prep, the basic thing to any basic ingredient to any sort of recipe is always onions, onions and garlic. So I am going to do onions just to prove a point. Now, you might be like my wife. She would go and do this. Should buy this.
Such a they don't taste as good.
Well, do you know what? That is about £1.10, I think, in the supermarkets. So really, really expensive. I mean, look, literally put your onions into there, and again, it's going to chop them as coarse or as fine as you want.
250 watt motor, you can hear the quality of it.
It's incredible. But I'm just thinking, if you want to add some carrot to that now, you absolutely
What is that thing? Carrot, celery, and onion. That's the base for a lot of French cuisine. Do you know what's that?
Yes, you've asked me a question now.
Yeah, sorry.
Holy Trinity?
No, it's not Petit Pois. It's what is it? Our producer will look it up. I forget this every time.
The carrots again, another classic. So always start off with your
mirepoix.
Of course. Yes.
Thank you, Martha.
Yes, a mirepoix.
Mirepoix, yeah. Stews and sauces and soups.
Soups. I mean, look, I'm actually using this for baby food. It's amazing.
Oh, that's a great idea.
If you wanted to do Kool-Aids, if you wanted to do your coffee beans, your cashew nut butter, you absolutely can do that.
Oh, and peanut butters and things like that. Can you do all of that?
Oh, peanut butters are brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll do it in there.
Yeah. So
there ain't naught so good as fresh peanut butter.
Oh, look at that.
Because you know what, you buy it from the shop, and it's unless you buy a really expensive organic one, it's full of preservatives, full of sugar. Do you know there are 80 or more different names for sugar in ingredient naming?
Oh, really?
Because they disguise it because if other people are afraid of buying, well, certain people are like me. If it says sugar, I don't want sugar.
Right.
So you buy something that's got some other name, you don't even know you're eating it. It's despicable, I think. But anyway, look.
Okay, so look, I think if you're like me, I'm a trained chef. I'm a bit against gadgets, if I'm honest with you, because I'm classically trained. I like to use one of these things. I like to use a Sansuko knife. There's no way. I mean, I could do it like this, but I'm going to spend 15, 20 minutes prepping that. I'm never going to get it as fine. You get incredible even texture, and everything cooks at the same time because it's evenly cut. And that's the other thing which is really important. Shall we do one of my absolute favourites?
Egg mayonnaise. Yeah, of course. Please do whatever you want. What I like is that I love egg mayonnaise. This is not the food processor that goes back in the cupboard. This is the food processor that sits on your kitchen counter somewhere, stays plugged in, and you use it all the time.
Absolutely.
Out of sight, out of mind. Keep this out, and I mean, it's literally less of a footprint than a kettle. Well, unless it's a very small kettle. Yeah,
and I think also just how easy it is to put together. Literally, that will just sit on top. And you're good to go. I mean, look, you just press that button. Do you want to have a go, Rob? Press that button. Have a little go.
This is. I
literally.
should have held it.
You just.
I don't want to go too. That's probably enough. You don't want to go any more than that. But you get single portions of egg mayonnaise.
I mean, really, really easy. And look how perfect those eggs are.
Yeah, now you see, I'm getting... Do you know what? Everyone, when we saw this, every single person on the crew said, I'm buying that. And they literally were all going to go and buy it. Because I have this wonderful avocado mayonnaise, which is just delicious.
So I can do that for you in a minute if you like.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, please. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. And that with a little mayo and a little bit of egg in there. And see, that's a great... You know, the egg is the most nutritious food stuff known to man. Look
at that. Egg, mayonnaise, homemade.
You could put a little onion in there if you wanted, couldn't you?
You could absolutely do that. I mean, just any sandwich filling is amazing for. Yeah. I am going to be really chefy. I am going to be chefy. I am going to put a little bit in my
lovely
on my sandwich.
Oh, it looks so good.
Oh, I love it.
Love it.
Yeah, the smell though. Did you ever have? I was banned from having egg sandwiches at school.
Were you? Because I know.
Especially on school. You know when you have it on school trips and you're that kid on the bus.
The egg sandwich. Yeah. But it's so good. I live on eggs. I really do. Eggs and steak.
Egg and steak. Oh, yeah, you're on that special diet, aren't you? You can't have that then, can you?
No, I cannot. No. Well, no, I can have the egg mayonnaise. It's just that the mayonnaise you're using, I wouldn't.
Let's go down over the side.
Right.
So egg mayonnaise.
Yeah.
We've got our mirepoix. We've got our salsa.
Yeah.
Let's do one of my. You've got a sweet tooth.
Normally, yes, but...
Yeah. OK, let's do
a Coolidge.
Just for everybody at home, you can... I have tested this out as well. We might do it later on in the show. You can use frozen fruits in here and ice as well if you want to.
Oh, so you could put some cream in there and make a little ice cream as well, couldn't you?
You could, yeah, absolutely. Actually, these are still a little bit frozen, these fruits, but you could absolutely do that.
It's a powerful machine, isn't it? But, you know, size... Please never think of underestimating this because of its size. Great things come in small packages.
Exactly. Look, if I was doing this at home, I'd probably have to put a little bit of port into here. Oh, wow. Maybe I'd put a little bit of ice and sugar into there. Again, just line it up. You've got that MisterChef Brando logo there, 1.5 litre bowl. Don't forget that. Again, you can pop that into the dishwasher. And again, just press that button on top.
Yeah. I love the design of it as well. It actually reminds me of my vacuum cleaner.
Okay.
But there's something very cheery about black and red. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not saying it's a selling point. I'm just saying what I see.
So look, keep going, and it depends how well you like your coulis done. I'm going to add a little bit of cream to that.
You could freeze those and make popsicles.
A little bit of water to the party, just to loosen everything up a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, you could use port if you wanted to in there as well, a little bit of icing sugar. And again, just go for it. I mean, just brilliant little, just such a wonderful gadget, and I think for me, this has been my little helper in the kitchen.
Yeah.
My wife can't use a knife, by the way. I mean, she's just.
Really?
I mean, she tries to.
Yeah.
You would have thought, married to a chef, she could use a knife, but she can't use a knife. No. So actually, I had this.
That's why she married a chef.
That's why she married me. Yeah. I know. And then she complains that I get her fat because I put butter and cream.
But you know, have you ever done this? I did this recently, and I got everything ready to cook, and I'd started cooking, beautiful. And I thought, oh my gosh, I forgot to chop my onions. Yeah. And then by the time you get them out and you peeled it, put the knife out, you know, with this, it's like even as an afterthought. Oh, Jack Williams.
Yes, please.
Now, actually, you could actually make the cheesecake in that as well, couldn't you?
You absolutely could. In fact, I'm going to try that. Do you want to try this?
No, thanks.
Yeah. That is very, very nice. Yeah, I like that.
I felt that one.
Well, I said it because I thought you'd like that one, Rob.
No, it's good. I like it. That's my level.
What should we do next, folks? What do you want to see?
Pesto, right? Being requested.
We have got a slight. There's no rules in food.
No,
that's what I was got to. But I've got no parmesan. I forgot the parmesan.
Right.
So it's going to be a basil pesto without the parmesan. Actually, a vegan pesto. So pine nuts, I love. garlic.
So cheese is not. Oh, I guess cheese isn't vegan because it came from an animal.
No, you can't have Parmesan cheese in vegan food.
I see.
Yeah. It is a no-go, I'm afraid, Rob. It is a no-go.
So I don't see that happening anytime soon.
We'll put oil in a second, okay? First of all, I want to just make everything and blend everything together, okay?
Yep.
So, let's just fit that on top.
Very easy to get on.
Okay.
It's so fast. I mean, this is the thing. The whole point of it is that it makes light work of things that otherwise would be time-consuming and potentially laborious.
Yeah, big word, laborious. I mean, it can be time-consuming. You're absolutely right. I can use your senses, touch, sight, smell, taste. I'm just gauging how much oil I need to put in there now. Again, when you do this, just loosen it from the sides again. Yeah. Okay. And the fresh smell of pesto.
It's gorgeous. It really is.
Not quite as nice as the shop bought stuff. Okay.
Martha just made an excellent suggestion on top of your salmon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, on top of your salmon. Yeah, salmon fillets is brilliant for. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Okay, and that is it. I mean, look, homemade basil pesto. Oh.
You can do it all. Dips for your chips, as they say in America. I love egg mayonnaise. So you see, I live with myself and my son, and I don't want to make big batches in my big blender of egg mayonnaise or salsa or guacamole or that sort of thing. And it's just great having a personal size blender or mixer or chopper or whatever you want to call it. But when I say personal size, I mean it'll still do enough for a family. It's your little sort of side blender when you don't want to get the big one out if you've got a big one. I spent a lot of money on, again, the big blender and food processor. It's sat in my cupboard. I've never used it because I can never be bothered to get it out, and the cleaning it up, washing it up, oh no. Jackie sent me hey Jackie, how you doing? She sent me a message. Let's see what does Jackie say. It's Jackie with a Y. It's Jackie with an I-E-Y, actually. I believe you've messaged us before. Good evening or morning. I know, who knows? If you haven't been to sleep, it's evening. That's the way. But there's always confusion because our buyers go by time of show, which is the next day for us because our shifts start at 10. So we're forever getting mixed up. Rob Lott with an E, yes. It's your old favourite Jackie with hello, Jackie. And you're not old, don't say that, but you are my favourite. Loving the MisterChef chopper. Now, Caroline, if you're watching, I'm not biased. Jackie and I have got history, that's all I'm saying. Not like that. I should be so lucky, eh, Jackie? Mini chopper, blender and food... I'll just read this, shall I? Food processor. I'm thinking... This would be great for my caravan in Conway. Is it Conway or Conway or Conway? Conway. Conway. Yes, great for caravans and for motorhomes and all of that good stuff. Glamping, if you go glamping. I paid £20 for one of those manual food processors where you have to pull the cord. They're hard work and not as easy as they look on the videos. Yeah, really? Oh, we do one that actually is quite easy. But I totally agree, Jackie. 20 blooming... I think it's good value at that, don't you? Now, Robert Dias, they've got it. I've gone all Cornish now. They've got it for £30 and 99 pence. Or is that more? That's more. Sorry, it's my Hagrid actually. It's more West Country, isn't it? MisterChef, I've got it for £25.99. I'm not doing Liverpudlian. I can't do Liverpudlian. That's one of the few I can't do. So yeah, I can't do Liverpudlian or Newcastle. I don't know why, and Welsh I struggle with. Once I get into Welsh, I can do it, but it takes a bit. If I applied myself, I'm sure I could. But Amazon, man. No, see, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Is Liverpool the YI man? Or is that Newcastle? No, Liverpool is do that there, though, don't they? That's right, yeah. But that's all I can do. $24.99. Before I offend everybody in Newcastle and Liverpool. We got it for $19.99. That was a good year. I bought a disc. For, the Millennium Bug and a little diskette. And didn't need it because the computers didn't crash after all that. But anyway, if you're old enough to remember it, you'll remember it, won't you? Here's part 2. This is what we like to call a multitasker. There's a guy called Alton Brown who used to present a show called Good Eats on the Food Network.
Oh, yeah.
And he always used to say he would never allow a unitasker into the kitchen, a thing that just does one job. You always want to get something that does multiple jobs. This is, it's so versatile because it is a blender, it is a chopper, it is a food processor, takes the place of knives and other kinds of different gadgets that you would have to buy. You know, you'd have to have several different things on the desktop to do the same job as this. It's just brilliant. I mean, for that price.
I mean, super compact as well. Now, you're probably wondering what this is. This is just my baby food. I've just got some peas, some sweet corn, and some carrots. Really simple stuff.
Yeah.
I actually bought one of those microwave things. I pinged it in the microwave for a few minutes.
I was going to say, mixed veg, isn't it?
It's superb, isn't it?
You could do fruit, apple sauce, apricot sauce.
Oh, all of those things. I'm just thinking pea purees, amazing. Yeah. You know, lamb chops going into string, things like that. You want to do your mint sauce, absolutely.
So you could do individual portions of cakes, muffins, things like that.
Yeah. And at this stage, can you see it's just coming together now? When you've got to this stage, you can just loosen it up if you want to.
If you need to, yeah.
If you need to, you can just loosen it up with a little
bit of water. Because you've got the 3 blade levels, it's sort of cutting at 3 different heights, isn't it?
100%.
So it's like 3 knives at the same time doing the chopping.
Yeah, absolutely. And
how do you clean it? I assume, obviously the motor you just keep, you know.
Yeah.
But the rest you can put in the dishwasher?
100%, yeah.
But you could even use the black cover, the little, I don't know what you call that, but that could be the lid if you want to put it in the fridge.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, there's no rules. You just you clean up as you go. You can see me live demonstrations, go from one recipe to the next.
Yeah.
Look at that. What I might just do is just loosen it up from the sides again. Okay, put it back on. And just that final blast. But again, just you're in control. That's what's brilliant.
So if you wanted to make dips, as the Americans say, for your chips.
Oh yeah, dips is brilliant. Yeah.
You want to make sauces, soups,
ice cream,
sorbets,
frappuccino sorbets, crushed ice, margaritas,
eggs for scrambled eggs.
Just be mindful, folks, when you're actually using this. You know, these blades are very, very sharp. So always take that out first, leave it to one side, and then you can decant from the bowl into another bowl as well. But
pancake mixes, batters for your Yorkshires.
Yeah, I mean, what you could do, pakoras mix in here, your pakora mix.
Oh, pakora mix, onion bargees.
I have done nutmeg in here as well, ground spices.
Will it do things like, will it act as a grinder as well? Will it do your coffee beans and whatnot?
But baby food, okay, it doesn't look that appetising. Baby food.
Babies don't.
Babies don't care.
They don't know.
But I have to say,
they basically just eat whatever you put in their mouths.
You get the vibe, though, folks, at home. If you have got a baby and you want to do fresh, organic vegetables for your babies.
Yeah, but wait a minute, I'm not being funny, because on my eating regimen right now, I wouldn't do the regular dips and things.
No.
But I would do a medley of vegetables that are all made into a dip like that.
It's actually really delicious.
Yeah, you could even do it, if it wasn't for the corn, I'd have some. No, it looks really good.
What are you thinking next, folks?
Would be good in there, wouldn't it?
How
about nut butters?
Our producer Martha, this is her favourite.
She likes.
How much did you say your nut butter was in the supermarket? A cashew butter.
Good. A cashew butter, £8. Holy Toledo for organic cashew butter.
So I did test this out.
But you could do hazelnut, you could do almond, nut of your choice, macadamia. That would be very expensive. I live on macadamia nuts, I have to say, or peanut butter, or technically not a nut, it's a legume. That's true. Yeah, I know. That's why I can't eat them. The only real nut, I mean, cans.
We're going with cashews.
Walnut butter.
I think. Cashews. Should I do them all? I'll just do them all.
Yeah, I think Martha will snack on that.
But I did test this earlier, and you do need to loosen it up with a little bit of water. Okay. So what we'll do first, we'll actually grind it down.
Yeah.
Just think about breadcrumbs, folks, as well, if you need to do breadcrumbs. Because I'm just thinking breadcrumbs this is brilliant for, actually.
Well, also, do you know what, actually, if you're doing chopped nuts for the tops of ice creams and sundaes and things like that, or perhaps...
I do candied pecans.
Oh, great idea,
Which would be brilliant.
Pad thai.
Pad thai? Yeah, I love pad thai. Look at that.
It's almost instant.
I mean, it is...
It may be mini, but it chops. Mighty.
Also, you know exactly what's going into your food. I mean,
that's what I'm saying earlier. Yeah.
In the shops, this would probably have palm oil in, which I'm a big, it's a big no-no in my house.
On oils.
So I am going to just show you that. I mean, how amazing is that? I'm going to actually put some onto this plate here.
I was watching Dragon's Den the other day, I think it was, and either that or the American equivalent, Shark Tank. And there was a company, a food company, that prided themselves on their homemade goods, and they were selling lots of these, whatever they were. But a supermarket placed an order, but insisted that they had stabilisers and what have you in them to make them last longer. And they altered the profile of the food. So the fact is that with all these E numbers and stabilisers and preservatives and things, the food actually doesn't taste as good as it should. And you know what they do to counteract that? They put sugar in there. Do you know, in America it's called the golden triangle, which is the perfect balance between sugar, salt and fat. And if you get that right, it makes the food so that you want to keep eating it, but it has very little nutritional value. This has nutrition in it as well. It's real. It's, you know, if you eat stuff that haven't got any nutritional value, empty calories, you just end up being hungry again.
I mean, look at that.
Oh, look, Martha, do you approve?
Incredible cashew butter. Let's just serve that up. Yeah. Oh, I wish I had a crumpet.
Do you?
Oh, I love a crumpet.
It's not.
No, you crumpet.
No, I love it. I mean, I love a crumpet normally.
What's wrong?
It's been a while since I've had a nice bit of crumpet. No?
Oh, a pie-clet, which is in between. Do you know what a pie-clet is?
What?
It's like a pie-clet, like a pancake crumpet. They're not in the north. They're everywhere.
Sure. Yeah. I'm just going to say yes. Just talk amongst yourselves.
So cashew butter, folks. Cashew butter.
Oh.
Fresh cashew butter, by the way. I mean, I'm going to try that.
You go for it.
I tried it. It was really good.
Do you know what else is really, really good if you've just tuned in?
Oh.
Look at this. Look at this. It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, what this can't do is, there's very little, to be honest, when it comes to chopping, blending or processing food. It's so easy to use. It's so effective with those 3 levels of blade. So it's cutting at 3 different heights. So it really just does get absolutely everything. And it's a glass bowl, ladies and gentlemen. And you can put it in the fridge if you want to. It's nice and it's a toughened glass. 2-year warranty. And the motor is 250 watts, so you've got the power. As I say, even though it's called the MisterChef Mini, the way it chops is mighty. And it is just something that you would probably and should keep out on your kitchen counter because you'll use it all the time. It's so quick and easy to use. It's so easy to clean up. Every home, every kitchen should have one. Also, you know, maybe you're a caravan or a motorhome or something like that, or student accommodation, that kind of thing, where you have very, very little space. Maybe you're in a bedsit, studio apartment, that kind of thing. This is ideal because you don't have room necessarily for a big machine. I've got a whole cupboard that is being taken up by a very well-known brand of food processor. No, not that one. No. It's the one that wears black clothing and is very stealthy, and practiced in martial arts. And I bought it and I love it. It's great to look at because it's been sitting. I've never used it and it's sat in my cupboard for 4 years because I'm like, I'll get because then I got to go, then I got to clean it up and all that kind of stuff. This easy peasy. Stick the bowl in the dishwasher if you want to. Frankly, rinse it under the sink. Breadcrumbs, salsas, guacamoles, all kinds of sauces, dips, soups, coulis, smoothies. You can do your nut butters, stuffings, ice for your cocktails. Oh, look, hummus, tara masalata, which is a big favourite of mine. I mean, it just got the cheesecake base, the actual cheesecakey bit. I mean, if you need to cut it, slice it, dice it, chop it, this is, what do? You go to the chopper. That's right. You MisterChef it up. Do you need a chef? Choose MisterChef every time.
Oh, I love a tara masalata.
Oh, I do.
Oh, I really do.
That and a few.
I wish I did that today.
Before my class kick, I would eat a whole tub of it with 4 slices of pita bread.
Oh, really?
And that would be my whole meal. Yeah.
Whole can of chickpeas.
Yeah.
How big is a whole can of chickpeas? 400 grams, I think.
No.
Yeah, I think it's about 400 grams.
Depends on the size of the can.
So, in fact, the price of that was about 50p.
Is that right?
It was. So, tahini.
Thingy of hummus.
Garlic. Got to have garlic.
What is tahini?
Well, tahini is a sesame seed paste,
Okay.
which you could do in here.
Right. Oh, you can make your own tahini.
You could do that, absolutely.
I like the idea of it.
A little bit of lemon
Probably,
juice.
I think I can have seeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit of tahini in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Tahini's delicious.
Can I borrow that jar after you've...
Have you ever tried it before, tahini?
No,
by
I'm
itself?
not going to try it right now. Can I just look at the jar?
Yeah, try that.
No, it's not to try it. It's I don't
olive oil?
can read it. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Is this organic? It actually says ingredients: roasted pulp sesame seeds, and that's it. Crikey! Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's very nice.
Very, very, very nice. Perfect. Just bringing that together. Those blades working. 250 watts in power. You're in control. And it's just coming together beautifully. Okay. Beautiful.
Do you know what, Jack? I'd happily pay the usual price for this because I think it's worth it.
I would probably loosen that a little bit more.
Yeah,
and add a little bit more water.
Scrape it down if you need to. Which you would with a regular, what do you call it, a full size.
Let's just actually
Dubry.
put some onto there, look. You know what I love? When you go to a meze restaurant and they do that and they do this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord. Wow.
And then you could just get your flatbread and just dip into that.
Jack,
Yum, yum, yum,
speaking
yum,
of
yeah.
all of this goodness, can you do a guac for Locke?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay. Because we're on the clock.
Yeah. You need good ripe avocados for that.
Oh, I love it.
Take your time.
Love a good avocado.
Okay. Let's get the knife out, in and out, and spoon it in.
Spoon it in, baby.
Okay.
This is such a versatile... Is it a vegetable or is it a fruit? I don't know.
Do you know what? There's a misconception. I don't know. They say it's a vegetable, a fruit, don't they?
I have to be very careful. They can be very dangerous. My acting school in Los Angeles, just to mention I used to live in America, and they had an avocado tree out in the courtyard, and at certain times of the year they would just fall down.
Yeah.
And you had to be careful one didn't clock you on the head. Yeah, so they taste nice, but they can be murder.
You cook with extra avocado oil, don't you?
I don't cook. Actually, no, I do. I drizzle on salads. Yeah. But I use an avocado mayonnaise.
Do you want sour cream in there? Well, I'm doing it, so.
No, you do. You don't worry about me.
Yeah. I like a bit of sour cream.
Meat and veg, and that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
So, how do you turn it on?
Okay, just button up here. Okay, plug it in. Yeah. There's no on and off switch with this, okay? You literally just plug it in, and then once you plug it in, it's all aligned up. It won't work unless everything's aligned up,
yes,
okay? It's sat on there, literally, finger onto top.
And there we go.
Okay. And of course, when you get to this stage, you can just pulse as well.
Yeah,
to help it along its way.
It's brilliant.
We love it. Homemade guacamole. You know the great thing as well, there's no stabilisers, additives, preservatives
emulsifiers.
I mean, just look at that.
This is what we like to call a multi. We loved it so much we thought we'd play it twice. Holy guacamole, ladies. It's such a... Isn't it good? Have we had any more messages? No. Everyone's gone to bed after the Brits. It's not fair. Wake up, everybody. Come on. I'm here, don't you know? I'm here to entertain and amuse and show you some great choppers. And we haven't had anyone name the monkey. Just Martha's called it Clive. I called it Colin. Jackie, what are you going to... Name the monkey. If you name the monkey, we'll send him to you in the mail tomorrow. I've just had some suggestions, but I can't repeat them. And we also, by the way, won't be sending the monkey to you because it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the studio. Here's a website. It's a lovely website. It's got 700,000 products on it. Now, would you like to see an air fryer? We'll show you anything you like as long as it's a chopper, an air fryer, a teppanyaki grill or a pizza maker because they're the ones that we... Oh, look at that! Now, this is a single big basket, 3.5 litres. Ooh, that's big. Air fryer. There's your salmon and potatoes. They look like what do they call those? Sweet potatoes, which I hate. Don't like them. Can't stand the things. They're awful. But anyway, my son loves his sweet potato fries. He does. I don't mind them in a... Well, no, Martha doesn't mind them in a curry, and I agree. But as a fry, they don't have the consistency of a fry. I don't know why I'm sitting here debating the whys and wherefores of sweet potatoes. If you like sweet potatoes, you enjoy them. And you know the best way that you can cook them? Probably in an air fryer.
Anything you can cook in an oven, you can cook in an air fryer, but it's that much faster, it's that much healthier. And again, 3.5 litres, so you can create a massive amount of food, up to a maximum of 4 people. And we're going to start with the nation's favourite chips. Chippy chip chips. What's brilliant about chips, I've got 500 grams here, half a kilo, a teaspoon of oil, and you get incredible crispy chips. Do you know what hot air frying does really well? It mimics deep fat frying, but without any of the oil.
Now you can spritz it a little if you want it golden
healthy.
Brown, can't you? But
100%.
the oil is not necessary, but you can use just a little light spray if you want.
A little light spray. I'll use a rapeseed oil, teaspoon of that, happy days.
Right.
I'm going to go down the counter because I want to show everybody what you can create here.
Please.
What it's brilliant for is getting crispy results. Crispy aromatic duck. Can you see as well my basket underneath is perforated? That means that airflow circulates underneath your food and on top, getting that amazing crispy results underneath and on top. If you've ever had crispy aromatic duck from the Chinese takeaway, you get it home and guess what? It's never crispy anymore, is it? So
you know, if you look very closely, you can just see on the middle of one of those that it says Rob. Yeah, that's my lunch.
Talking about Rob, I have actually cooked one of your favourites.
My pork belly.
This is the pork belly. So if you want to create amazing pork joints in here, if you want to do your crispy lamb in here, you can. Rolled meat is brilliant for.
Yeah,
and
steaks.
Don't forget, you'll also get a whole chicken in here as well. A small chicken is brilliant. We're going to cut through this in a minute. And then last of all, of course, one of my absolute favourites to do in an air fryer, and I'm always doing it, is just some gnarly burgers.
Now, I looked up gnarly. Gnarly means bad. It means horrible, just so you know.
Yeah.
These are good.
That's what us chefs do, to be honest.
Do they really?
Yeah, that's what we call. So look, let's get serving. Yeah. And we'll get you tasting as well, most importantly.
Oh, yeah, definitely most importantly.
So, crispy, delicious chips.
Oh,
and these are homemade. So if you're going to cook chips at home, folks, I would use a good potato like Maris Piper, King Edwards, chip them up. Can you also see as well my actual basket has come straight actually out of the lower basket as well. So that literally comes out and you've got that perforated all the way round. So actually that's cyclonic hot air, and that's what hot air frying does. It circulates at such a force that you get that cyclonic hot air that crisps your food up. And that's why hot air frying is so, I think, revolutionary, really. The other great thing about hot air frying is if you've got your oven at home, usually an oven at home is probably around 75 litres. So if you're heating up a 75-litre oven for one tray of chips, that's wasted energy.
Absolutely.
So 3.5 litres, it will do the job and you get amazing results.
And it can take 20 minutes to heat up, you know, whereas this is near instant.
So, chef, have a little try.
I can't eat the chips, I'm afraid, because of my diet. Sorry. No, I'm not having a chip. I can't. Sorry. You're going to have to do it for me, Jack. They look
crispy,
amazing. They really
delicious.
And this is from fresh potatoes. Now you could do frozen,
homemade,
you know, that you bought from the shop if you wanted to as well.
Potato wedges, little potato tots. I mean, but fresh.
They're great
fresh
to
cooking.
do fresh cooking, but also at the same time, if you're a shift worker or something like that, or just generally very busy, and you've got some sort of convenience things in the freezer. Then you can equally bung those in there, can't you? Bung is a technical culinary term, by the way.
Well, talking about technical culinary terms, I'm going to do my chicken cowabunga dippers.
Chicken cowabunga.
And I have to say, I love this recipe. So I've got some chicken fillets here, and what we do, we call, you know this process because I show you all the time, and we just talked about it off air, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
This process, folks, is called paneing. So what you do, you get your flour and you dredge your chicken through the flour. This is great to get the kids involved, by the way, as well. Then you go through your egg wash. Okay. And then what's your favourite crisp?
Cheese and onion, probably. But I don't know, what have you got there?
So I've got the Doritos. Other brands are available,
I do like those as well, yeah.
So we just dredge it through that crisp.
But it could be crunchy nut corncornflakes. It could be anything you fancy.
Absolutely, and you can repeat the process
cream
twice
crackers.
if you want.
Yeah.
So what you end up with are these little chicken dippers, 100% chicken, by the way.
Yeah.
Because often they say, oh, it's now 100% chicken in the supermarkets. What was it before? It always.
Well, right. Well, 100% chicken means it could be any part of the chicken. You know, doesn't it?
Oh, is that right?
Well, yeah, 100% beef. The lips and the bumhole are still beef. You know what I mean? So.
So chicken
just to paint
dippers go in. Now, one thing you'll notice about about this recipe, Rob, is how much oil am I adding?
No, well, none.
None at all.
No.
So traditionally, to get these really, really crispy, folks, what you would do, you'd actually deep fat fry the oils, or shallow fry them.
Yes, yeah.
So with this, we'll actually close up the basket. Now, what I love about MisterChef and this particular product, it's very simple to use. That's what MisterChef love, bringing brilliant brands, brilliant appliances to everyday people. So you've got 2 rotary knobs, a 30-minute timer, right up to 200 degrees. So we'll go right up to 200, and we'll select our rotary oil to 10 minutes. And in 10 minutes, I promise you, those will be crispy, cooked, succulent in the centre.
Yeah.
In 10 minutes, and that's also including the preheat time as well.
Yes.
So in 10 minutes, my oven probably wouldn't have been preheated.
No, right.
So they're actually going to be cooked.
My air fryer, I swear by it. When I get home, and you know the shifts I do, I usually finish work at 3 in the morning. I'm back home by 4:30, and it used to be the takeaway, which was where where the fat belly came from. But the fact is that you can cook so much quicker with an air fryer. I bung a steak in now, and 15 minutes later, I'm chowing down. Yeah. No, really? Chowing down. That's an American phrase, isn't it? I might have to try this. Now, has this got a coating, or is it just the meat?
This is just the meat. I added no oil, because duck traditionally can be quite fatty anyway.
Yeah.
So I added nothing to that. But the reason I do this is because the first word of duck is crispy. Aromatic duck.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, you want it crispy. Now, if you were to do this in your oven at home, you would probably make a right mess. You use the fan. It makes it redecorates your oven.
Yeah.
So it is amazing.
Oh man. My gosh. Now, what does it cost to get from the takeaway? It's about 30 quid, I think, for a duck.
Probably for a whole duck. I think for a quarter of duck, it's probably 10 to 12 pounds. Half a duck is probably 14 to 16. I think it depends where you live as well.
And what was this in the super?
This was actually on offer, so it's £6.
£6 for both?
£6.
Sorry, this one is
for both. Yeah,
gone rogue.
For both. But
oh my gosh.
You are missing the most important piece.
I won't eat any of that, but...
What, you won't have the pancake?
Nope. Oh. Don't do carbs, sorry.
Oh, no. Carbs? What's the carbs?
Time
the pancake?
I've decided to actually start losing some weight, sorry. But I can eat the meat, so listen, I'm perfectly fine.
Well, look, the usual suspects...
Normally I'll be eating that in no time.
Oh, the usual suspects with a bit of hoisin or plum sauce.
Can you tell me last time they're the same? Is that right?
Sorry?
Can you tell me last time that they're the same thing? Is that right? Or did I miss
They are traditionally. It depends where you go. Some restaurants say plum.
Oh, plum. That's
plum.
Right. Sorry.
Plum.
Yeah.
Should we just?
Oh, it's so succulent. And I was going to say about your chicken cowabunga. Having done this show with you before, when those breast fillets come out, they are so succulent. They're actually as moist as dark meat. Good. It looks good. I'm living vicariously through you. No, I'm not, because the duck itself is phenomenal. Yeah.
I have to. Do you know what would be really nice on that? As well? Put it on top of pizza. Make a pizza.
I think we have pizza ovens, don't we?
We have pizza. Yep. MisterChef also do pizza ovens.
Yeah.
So yeah, as my producer's saying, Italian fusion, Asian fusion. I'm not sure that'll go down with the Italians very well, actually. Before we move on to the next air fryer,
crispy aromatic pizza. I think it could catch on.
I think it could work. Do well.
Yeah.
One thing I'm just going to say about an air fryer as well. You can bake in here.
Yeah.
You can roast. You can grill. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to grill something.
Yes.
And we're going to do...
oh, wait, now let me guess. Is it a croque monsieur?
Yeah, I know. I'm so obvious, aren't I?
No. I have seen your show before.
We have worked before, haven't we?
But I love a good croque.
This is like a posh cheese on toast.
Yes.
So look, what we get, because again, you tune in not only for the amazing products, but also inspiration as well, don't you? So we've got some mustard, Dijon.
Some Dijon?
Dijon, one of my favourites. A little bit of ham.
Right.
Okay.
Any old ham?
Yeah, any old ham will do.
Yeah.
And then we also use some white sauce.
What's white sauce?
Well, it's bechamel.
Oh, right. Oh, I love bechamel.
Yeah, you know bechamel. This is just shop-bought stuff.
Yeah.
But, I'm doing these as live demonstrations.
Yeah,
and this should be ready in about 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
So if you've got kids, if it's like, you've got a family and you want a quick quick food, quick eating, quick meals, meals in minutes. Really.
You know what? If with supervision and depending on the age of the child, they can actually participate in the preparation process.
100%.
Because it really is. There's a lot of safety with. I mean, look, they still get hot, but the perils are nowhere near as great as they are with a regular oven. Now you're getting both of those in there.
I mean, the reason I wanted to show this, remember, this is a 3.5 litre capacity. There are smaller air fryers on the market. Actually, I've seen a 2 litre, 2.5 litre air fryer before. We've sold those, I think, actually. So
if you don't have a lot of space, maybe you're in a bedsit, student accommodation, caravan, motorhome, or maybe you've got an itty bitty wee kitchen. You know, the new build accommodations that are now are just tiny.
Yeah, they are. They are.
You know.
I mean, actually, I'm just thinking, if you've got a bedsit, anyone going off to university, this is perfect. Rotary dial.
Airbnb.
Yeah, perfect Airbnb, and actually super lightweight as well. Just something actually about the controls, just on the very top here. You won't be able to see it. You do have a few functions. These are a guideline. They're not preset automatic programs. They're just a guideline really, and it tells you, 200 degrees, chips, 18 to 20 minutes, baking, 200 degrees, 15 to 18 minutes, fish. So these are guidelines. Chicken drumsticks, fish on here as well, or seafood, 180. Just bring that temperature down a little bit.
Well, can I say,
do use that as a guideline, folks, because it is really important.
You'd probably agree with this, and tell me if you do.
Yeah.
That basically, whatever you'd cook it in your main oven at, but always assume it like the timing for a fan-assisted oven. That's usually about it. And I tell you what, there are so many videos and there are so many resources for air frying. If I get a pack of sausages and I go, how long do you cook these in an air fryer? I just Google large sausages air fryer UK, and it will tell you. And, the information is out there. You never have to worry. If you've got an internet connection, you're in good shape. Right, I can't wait. Now.
Okay, this is especially for you, because I knew you were coming.
Thank you.
Before I go through this, I'm going to just put in my next recipe, because for me, this is also about healthy eating, midweek meals, inspiration for everybody at home.
You call this a tray bake, is that right?
Oh, you really do know me too well.
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to give away all that. I'll just shut up, sorry. I'm interested.
No, but you are absolutely right. And a tray bake at home, in my oven, would take about 22 to 24 minutes.
Right.
Okay, because I put it on a tray, I have to heat up the 75 litre oven. In here, we're looking at about 6 to 8 minutes.
6 to 8
That includes the heat up time. So this is salmon. Okay, so we're going to just literally pop in our med veg.
Salmon on a bed of med veg.
We'll go over the top. I'm going to just show you everybody at home over the pole cam. I want you to all see it. You can see that. Okay,
lovely.
So they say eat the rainbow. So you've got your kaleidoscope of different vegetables. Then your salmon fillets over the top. Into the air fryer, and again, really simple controls. Just go into your TT. I'm not talking about the car.
No.
I'm talking about time and temperature.
Got it. Thank you. Glad that, yes.
Yeah. I will just
appreciate the clarification.
I will just go to around the 8 to 10 minute mark, and we'll just turn that rotary dial right up to 200 degrees, and we'll have amazing, delicious salmon and veg.
Well, if that's what you want to do, it's a monkey's prerogative, really. Sorry. Martin's emailed. Hello, Martin. He thinks the monkey should be called Dinky Doo. What does Dinky do? Laura thinks that it should be called Lockie, as in Rob Lockie. Because I'm a bit of a monkey, apparently. How do you know that? And Jane would like me to do what? James and Jane. What impression? Cilla Black. Really? You look at me and you see Cilla Black, do you? Surprise, surprise! The unexpected hits you between the eyes. Daniel's very upset with me. Is this Daniel? Do we know? A different Daniel, not our Daniel. He's very upset with me because he's feeling hungry now. Well, you see, that's the trick with late-night cooking products. It makes you hungry. And then you go, I have to buy that so I can eat it too. I don't know if it works, but... Website! We should name the website, shouldn't we? Oh, it's got a name already, shopontv.co.uk. This is teppanyaki. Now, it's called a teppanyaki grill. But it's a grill for cooking. Teppanyaki is a style of food, I believe, which is cooked on, it's Japanese, which is cooked on a grill like this. But I tell you what, where I used to come, where I half come from, because I'm half American, half British now. Well, I was always 100% British, but I'm now half American. Sorry. It's a griddle. I mean, you could do your pancakes. I tell you what I used to do every single Saturday. I lived in Los Angeles. I don't know if I mentioned I used to live in America. Is I would get breakfast burritos. And I made my own. It was called a Best Burrito, I named it. The Bespo stood for bacon, egg, sausage, potato, onion. So I had an English breakfast in a burrito. Oh, it was so good. Oh, I'm hungry too now. I haven't eaten all day. So this teppanyaki grill, it's a really good size. You can do steaks on it. You can do stir fries. You can do... Well, why am I sitting here listing the things you can do when Chef Jack is going to show you? Keep your messages coming. We still haven't decided fully on a name. I like Dinky Doo. Dinky Doo was quite good. But I think we can do better. So please keep your suggestions coming. Martin, you're in the lead at the moment. Studio at shopontv.co.uk, or just drop us a message through the website. What are we naming the monkey? Just purely because I think there are only 8 of us and a small dog that are watching right now. So let's have a bit of fun. But also, let's do some cooking with Jack.
Look at this. Oh, I want one, I want one, I want one.
Oh, do you know what? It's such a wonderful way of cooking food.
Isn't it?
So I've been using teppanyaki for the last, I think, 11, 12 years of my career.
Yeah.
And usually they're built-in teppanyakis, and they're very, very expensive.
Sure.
This is just...
It's a griddle, but it's otherwise known as a griddle. In America, they call it a griddle. It's a tabletop grill. It's a barbecue. You can do it al fresco. It's, you know, caravanning. If you're glamping, and as long as you've got electricity, you're good to go. It's just, I mean, an amazing price and an amazing saving as well. I love this. You can chop up stuff for burritos, and I mean, really, it's a frying pan. I
was going to say, Rob, anything you cook in a frying pan, you can cook on teppanyaki.
Yes.
Okay, so don't mistake it that it's only for grilling. You know, it's great for stir fries, high intensity cooking, pancakes. It's brilliant for. And in this show,
okay, you can't call them pancakes.
Why not?
Because it's not a pan. You have to call them griddle cakes.
Well, if you're being politically correct, yes. But
this is why I get punched a lot.
But you're absolutely right. I mean, you do have 2 sides with this. You've got the griddle side, so if you want to get those pro chef griddle lines, I mean, just look at these sausages, for example. You've got those pro chef griddle lines on your food. Why does that matter? Because that equals caramelization, which is going to equal...
flavour.
Yes, you got it, baby. You've done well.
You taught me well, Mr. Miyagi.
So you do have the best of both worlds here, because you've got the griddle side, and then over this side, of course, you've got the flat side. So if you want to, again, do your pancakes, do your fried eggs, you absolutely can. I know you're a big fan of black pudding.
Yes,
so,
yes. That's the egg stuck to the black pudding, by the way, not the actual grill.
Yeah, not the actual. In fact, the non-stick on this is very, very.
And you get 8 spatulas. You know why? Because when I don't know if I mentioned I used to live in America. Something that's very big in LA is Korean barbecue. Where you sit around a table and they have the barbecue grill very much like this in the centre of the table, and they just bring you raw ingredients and you cook it yourself.
Yeah, I mean, there's still restaurants. I mean, I live in London, so there are restaurants in London, but boy, oh boy, do you pay a premium for that. What's brilliant about this, you do have great temperature control. Just here on the right-hand side, folks, you've got 6 individual heat settings, a rotary dial, thermostat controlled, 1 through to 5.
If you've ever had an electric wok or there are lots of devices that are a similar kind of principle, really. You plug and play. But this can get pretty up there in terms of temperature. So if you need something that really is a searing heat, it can do that. But you can also do a very light heat. You could keep things warm on here if if there are things that need to be cooked slower. You're in control.
Yeah, 100%. And high intensity grilling, which we're going to do in this show, but also low and slow. Once you've got that sear, you can absolutely go from direct to indirect cooking. No problem.
Would you mind slipping one of those on my plate for me?
Yes, of course I can.
Thank you very much indeed.
Excellent. Thank you. Excellent. There you go.
Oh, I'll have 2 then. That's fine.
There you go. I am going to show you the clean-up, because I've just going to have full English breakfast on there as well.
Oh, I see. You're going to... Sorry.
Yeah, you
I'll just
stay
stay
there.
Here. Yeah,
you stay there. That's my then, is it?
Sure, I maybe have some bacon if I may.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can see this. I mean, look, it's completely gnarly.
Well,
it doesn't look very good.
It is.
Usually you'd leave this to soak. I'm just literally just going to go over a microfiber cloth.
That's just a damp microfiber.
That is just that's it.
The non-stick is superb.
Of course, I would just recommend for anybody at home, let this cool down. You do have, just over this side as well, you do have that little lip that you can actually pour your excess oil away as well. If you can just see this over this side, folks.
Yeah,
so
just
if you've got olive oil, you can just pour it into a bowl.
Right.
But it has got that sort
Some of that's flavour. You could save it for some other cooking.
Yeah.
But question.
Yes, chef.
I mean, obviously you don't plug it first. But, oh, you're still there, right?
No, I'm going to put some more food on. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Would you? Could you rinse it under the tap? Is that the other way you'd cook it?
You could, if you wanted to. Hot soapy water. I mean, obviously, unplug it here and then take it to the sink with you. Just be careful. I mean, the handles could get a little bit hot. In fact, they're pretty cool touch, actually, I have to say.
Cool. They're totally cool. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't immerse it the electrical part, but you could put soapy water in there and just put it on the edge of the sink, give it a wash, and then out the funnel at the end.
100%. Just when you're doing high intensity grilling, obviously, go to the highest level here. You want to get that extreme heat, so you get those chef griddle lines on your food. You'll hear that sizzle straight away. But one thing I will just say about teppanyaki grilling
there's my dinner.
You get even heat distribution.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I wanted to, I've only done 2 steaks.
Can I come round now?
But if I wanted to do 8 steaks on here...
a fork, please, chef? Yeah,
yes, of course.
8 steaks. You could, yeah.
You could easily fit 8 steaks on there.
Thank you.
One thing about one of these that everybody cooks in, a frying pan.
Yeah.
You've got one of these at home? I mean, the maximum amount of steaks you can probably get in there is probably 2. Yeah. You can never get 8 in there. And the problem is with a pan, if you overcrowd the pan with beef or whatever it is, the temperature pan drops and you end up sort of boiling your steaks. You don't get that searing caramelisation.
You could quite happily get at least 6 on there, I would think.
Those are big. Is that even heat distribution that gets that really amazing colour and caramelisation. What would you like with your steaks? I'm thinking, this is what I wanted to do, Rob.
Oh, yes, please.
We talked about this yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
A bit controversial, I know.
It is a bit controversial.
Cucumber grills.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're really
Trust me, they are really yum. These are the baby little cucumbers. Yeah.
Lovely.
And then over the other side, we're going to do some mushrooms.
Yeah.
Of course, you shouldn't eat too many of these, Rob. Too many mushrooms.
Sorry.
Well, you won't have much room for dessert.
Yeah. Sorry, can we just get that tumbleweed out the studio, please? Is that all right? Jack, I'm going to come the other side while you're over there.
Yeah, sorry. You're going to come this side? Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Right.
Now you're doing a lovely stir fry.
Ooh. So mushrooms, peppers, tomatoes, steaks are cooking. Just leave those be. Yeah. Don't touch them. Let them sit. Yeah. And we're going to serve up our stir fry.
Are we dirty game again?
Yeah, we're going to go over this side.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Those eggs, superb.
It's yum. How good is that?
Amazing.
I mean, you could absolutely, if you wanted to, folks, do your scrambled eggs on here as well.
Yeah, you could do your whole fried bread. Well, I was saying, so I don't know if I mentioned I used to live in America.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in LA, I looked up best. No, I didn't look that first thing up. I looked up best breakfast burrito. That's hard to say quickly.
Yeah.
And I found this little place, little family-owned Mexican restaurant. And my God, they were the best breakfast burritos. But they had one of these big griddles.
Yeah.
They pour the ingredients on the griddle, chop it all up with like a trowel, and it was amazing. And this kind of, not a trowel, but like a big...
it's called a tepanton.
That's the one. Yeah, that was right on the tip of my tongue, Jack.
Yeah.
But that's what you can do here.
Yeah, and what
you can toss the food around.
You've got 8 of these spatulas, folks. 8 of these. So again, it's all about tactile cooking, turning your food, getting immersed with it, and we're literally good to go now. We're going to serve this up. Okay.
Wow.
All together. Here we go.
That's like a good chow mein.
It is. It really is.
I mean, that's £8 chow mein from my restaurant. Oh, the bacon's awesome too.
Also, the griddle plate, I mean, it's just come up pretty clean. I don't have to wash it down and go straight on to the next one as well.
It is quite clean, isn't it?
It really is. So how are those steaks doing, Chef? Looking good?
Looking good to me.
Let's turn those over.
Do you want me to turn them?
I'm not even going to clean this one down. I'm just going to go straight into
Shall I turn them, or are you going to do it?
Yes, you can do it, Chef, if you like. I'll do it. Just here. Here we go. Look.
Those look terrible. No, I wouldn't recommend anyone else eat those. I will rid the nation of them afterwards.
Right, a little bit of salt and pepper over the top.
Can I just say, we have a vegan producer who thinks those look, a vegetarian, sir, who thinks those look good.
Sorry, I was just having a little chat with my floor manager, Sam, and he just said something very amusing, before, which I'll share with you in a moment. But I love that grill. Like, right at the end there, I've got to say, I had a steak in that. 2 steaks, actually. It's a really good bit of kit, isn't it? I want one of those. I really do. I love the whole idea of... I mean, those wooden spoons, they're really good for stir fries and things like that. And you get 8 of those. But you can... use it's almost a bit like a trowel, like the griddles they use in a lot of these restaurants and what. You need something thinner, but you can chop sausages and meats and egg and potato and make all these wonderful sort of bubble and squeaks and all that malarkey. You know, really good bit of kit. We may come back to egg fried rice and such. We may come back to that a little bit later. We obviously don't have a lot of time with you tonight. Only half an hour because unfortunately the Brit Awards went and overran, didn't they? I'll be watching that tomorrow. But you're loving the chopper. So what made me laugh with Sam is, I did the silly joke about get to the chopper. But, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he in some of his films, when he's screaming or in pain, or he's like, ow, 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 ow. So just before we came back to me live, Sam just went, ow, 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 ow. It was very funny. You had to be there, really, to enjoy the full effect. Laura says the monkey should be called William Lee. William Lee, the monkey. William Lee Monkey. Bill Monkey. Bill Monkey. Good old Bill. Right, what do you think? No, he's not amused. David wants to see the air fryer again. David, your wish will be my command in a little bit. So stay where you are. The teppanyaki grill is very popular, but we're literally getting. We've had a deluge of email to show the chopper. Oh, by the way, if you want yourself a lovely air fryer, we've got the. Can I just say, the little Scottish accent that jogged my memory. Didn't David Tennant do a fabulous job with the opening of the movie awards? I thought that was fun. Yeah, I love David Tennant. BAFTAs, sorry. What did I say? Brits. Oh, I meant the. So it wasn't the Brits that overran. It was or was it the Brits tonight? It was the Brits tonight. Right. I was so disappointed over Christmas. I went to Stratford-upon-Avon. And we went to this wonderful, my American friend and I went to this wonderful restaurant. And the waitress, whom we were having a wonderful conversation, said that David Tennant had just left. We missed him by about 15 minutes. He'd just been in for dinner with Georgia. And I was like, oh, I would love to shake that man by the hand. Not only has he played the role that I believe I was put on this earth to play, I've always wanted to play the Doctor, but I don't know if I'll ever get the chance. But, you know, hey, you got a dream, right? And many people say I'd be a fantastic Doctor, and I haven't paid them either. That's the interesting part. See, my take. These books are really good by the air frying. My take is that every time the Doctor's regenerated, or most times, he's in the TARDIS. I'll come back to this in a sec. So. You know, he ran out of regeneration energy, and then they just kind of threw him a bit more. But my idea was that the TARDIS absorbed surplus regeneration energy over all of the incarnations of the Doctor, and that's how he was given his new lease of regenerations. But that my Doctor who would then be revived that way, would imbue certain qualities of every single one of those Doctors. That would be my storyline, you see. Although they are talking about maybe doing a Whoniverse, so maybe I'll be a Doctor from another reality. Is this Paul's book as well? I've not seen soup making made easy. Oh no, but the hot air frying, you get all three. So you've got. I should probably go in order, shouldn't I? Hot air frying, air fryer, made easy, and air frying and more. And you get all three of these. And what I love about them is, and Paul, I'll just take one. They've got lovely pictures in there. Oh, Harry. And what Paul's done is he deliberately highlights what the ingredients are, and he also shows you the ingredients, but then also shows you the finished article. And they're really, really good books. And they're kind of glossy, so they're sort of spatter-proof, I think. Give them a little wipe down. Good as new. Oh, sticky pork ribs. And if food were pornography, these books would be full of them. I think I can say that. Food porn's a thing, right? They're very, very, very... And 15 quid for all of them. Anyway, what else should we talk about? We're going to go back to the chopper because there are just so many people who are asking for it and love it and want it. So to quote Sam, my floor manager, ow, 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 ow. This is what we like to call a multitasker. There's a guy called Alton Brown who used to present a show called Good Eats on the Food Network. Oh, yeah. And he always used to say he would never allow a unitasker into the kitchen, thing that just does one job. You always want to get something that does multiple jobs. This is, it's so versatile because it is a blender, it is a chopper, it is a food processor, takes the place of knives and other kinds of different gadgets that you would have to buy. You'd have to have several different things on the desktop to do the same job as this. It's just brilliant.
I mean,
for that price.
I mean, super compact as well. Now, you're probably wondering what this is. This is just my baby food. I've just got some peas, some sweet corn, and some carrots. Really simple stuff. Yeah. I actually bought one of those microwave things. I pinged it in the microwave for a few minutes.
I was going to say, it's mixed veg, isn't it?
It is superb.
You could do fruit, apple sauce, apricot sauce.
Oh, all of those things. I'm just thinking pea purees, amazing. You know, lamb chops going into string, things like that. You want to do your mint sauce, absolutely.
But you could do individual portions of cakes, muffins, things like that.
Yeah. And that's, at this stage, can you see it's just coming together now? When you've got to this stage, you can just loosen it up if you want to.
If you need to,
If you need to, you can just loosen it up with a
because
little
you've got the 3 blade levels, it's sort of cutting at 3 different heights, isn't it? 100%. So it's like 3 knives at the same time doing the chopping.
Yeah, absolutely. And
how do you clean it? I assume, obviously the motor you just keep,
Yeah.
But the rest you can put in the dishwasher?
100%, yeah.
But you could even use the black cover, the little... Well, I don't know what you'd call that, but that could be the lid if you want to put it in the fridge.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, there's no rules. You just you clean up as you go. You can see me live demonstrations. Go from one recipe to the next.
Yeah.
Look at that. What I might just do is just loosen it up from the sides again. Okay, put it back on. Yeah. Just that final blast. But again, just you're in control. That's what's brilliant.
So if you wanted to make dips, as the Americans say, for your chips.
Oh yeah, dips is brilliant. Yeah.
You want to make sauces, soups,
ice cream,
sorbets,
frappuccino sorbets, crushed ice, margaritas,
eggs for scrambled eggs.
Just be mindful, folks, when you're actually using this. These blades are very, very sharp. So always take that out first, leave it to one side, and then you can decant from the bowl into another bowl as well. But
pancake mixes, batters for your Yorkshires.
Yeah, I mean, you could do pakoras mix in here, your pakora mix.
Oh, pakora mix, onion bargies.
I have done nutmeg in here as well, ground spices.
Will it do things like, will it act as a grinder as well? Will it do your coffee beans and whatnot?
But baby food, okay, it doesn't look that appetising. Baby food.
The babies don't care.
Babies don't care.
They don't know.
But I have to say...
They basically just eat whatever you put in their mouths.
You get the vibe, though, folks, at home. If you have got a baby and you want to do fresh, organic vegetables for your babies...
Yeah, but wait a minute. I'm not being funny, because on my eating regimen right now, I wouldn't do the regular dips and things.
No.
But I would do a medley of vegetables that are all made into a dip like that.
It's actually really delicious.
Yeah, you could even do it, if it wasn't for the corn, I'd have some. No, it looks really good.
What are you thinking next, folks?
Would be good in there, wouldn't it?
How
about nut butters?
Our producer Martha, this is her favourite.
She likes
how much did you say your nut butter was in the supermarket? A cashew butter.
Good. A cashew butter, £8. Holy Toledo for organic cashew butter.
So I did test this out.
But you could do hazelnut, you could do almond, nut of your choice, macadamia. That would be very expensive. I live on macadamia nuts, I have to say, or peanut butter, or technically not a nut; it's a legume. That's true. Yeah, I know. That's why I can't eat them. The only real nut. I mean, cans.
We're going with cashew.
Cashews, walnut butter.
I think. Cashews. Should I do them all? I'll just do them all.
Yeah, I think Martha will snack on that.
But I did test this earlier, and you do need to loosen it up with a little bit of water. Okay. So what we'll do first, we'll actually grind it down. Yeah. Just think about breadcrumbs, folks, as well, if you need to do breadcrumbs. Because I'm just thinking breadcrumbs this is brilliant for, actually.
Well, also, do you know what, actually, if you're doing chopped nuts for the tops of ice creams and sundaes and things like that, or perhaps...
I do candied pecans.
Oh, great idea, yeah.
Which would be brilliant.
Pad Thai.
Pad Thai? Yeah, I love Pad Thai. Look at that.
It's almost instant.
I mean, it is...
It may be mini, but it chops mighty.
Oh, so you know exactly what's going into your food. I mean...
That's what I'm saying earlier, yeah.
In the shops, this would probably have palm oil in, which I'm a big, it's a big no-no in my house.
On oils.
So, I am going to just show you that. I mean, how amazing is that? I'm going to actually put some onto this plate here.
I was watching Dragon's Den the other day, I think it was, and either that or the American equivalent, Shark Tank. And there was a food company that prided themselves on their homemade goods, and they were selling lots of these, whatever they were. But a supermarket placed an order but insisted that they had stabilisers and what have you in them to make them last longer. And they altered the profile of the food. So the fact is that with all these E numbers and stabilisers and preservatives and things, the food actually doesn't taste as good as it should. And you know what they do to counteract that? They put sugar in there. Do you know, in America it's called the golden triangle, which is the perfect balance between sugar, salt and fat. And if you get that right, it makes the food so that you want to keep eating it, but it has very little nutritional value. This has nutrition in it as well. It's real. It's, you know, if you eat stuff that haven't got any nutritional value, empty calories, you just end up being hungry again.
I mean, look at that.
Oh, look, Martha, do you approve?
Incredible cashew butter. Let's just serve that up. Oh, I wish I had a crumpet.
Do you?
Oh, I love a crumpet.
It's not.
No, you crumpet.
No, I love it. I mean, I love a crumpet normally.
What's wrong?
It's been a while since I've had a nice bit of crumpet. No.
Oh, a pie-clet, which is in between. Do you know what a pie-clet is?
What?
It's like a pie-clet, like a pancake crumpet. No, they're not in the north. They're everywhere.
Sure. Yeah. I'm just going to say yes. Just talk amongst yourselves.
So cashew butter, folks. Cashew butter.
Oh.
Fresh cashew butter, by the way. I mean, I'm going to try that.
You go for it.
I tried it. It was really good.
Do you know what else is really, really good if you've just tuned in?
Oh.
Look at this! Look at this! It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, what this can't do is, there's very little, to be honest, when it comes to chopping, blending or processing food. It's so easy to use. It's so effective with those 3 levels of blade. So it's cutting at 3 different heights. So it really just does get absolutely everything. And it's a glass bowl, ladies and gentlemen. And you can put it in the fridge if you want to. It's nice and it's a toughened glass. 2-year warranty. And the motor is 250 watts, so you've got the power. As I say, even though it's called the MisterChef Mini, the way it chops is mighty. And it is just something that you would probably and should keep out on your kitchen counter because you'll use it all the time. It's so quick and easy to use. It's so easy to clean up. Every home, every kitchen should have one. Also, you know, maybe you've got a caravan or a motorhome or something like that, or student accommodation, that kind of thing, where you have very, very little space. Maybe you're in a bedsit, studio apartment, that kind of thing. This is ideal because you don't have room necessarily for a big machine. I've got a whole cupboard that is being taken up by a very well-known brand of food processor. No, not that one. No. It's the one that wears black clothing and is very stealthy, and practiced in martial arts. And I bought it and I love it. It's great to look at because it's been sitting. I've never used it and it's sat in my cupboard for 4 years. Because I'm like, I'll get the, oh no, because then I got to go, then I got to clean it up and all that kind of stuff. This, easy peasy. Stick the bowl in the dishwasher if you want to. Frankly, rinse it under the sink. Breadcrumbs, salsas, guacamoles, all kinds of sauces, dips, soups, coulis, smoothies. You can do your nut butters, stuffings, ice for your cocktails. Oh, look, hummus, tara masalata, which is a big favourite of mine. I mean, it just got cheese, the cheesecake base, the cheesecake, actual cheesecakey bit. I mean, if you need to cut it, slice it, dice it, chop it, this is, what do? You go to the chopper. That's right. You MisterChef it up. You need a chef? Choose MisterChef every time.
Oh, I love a tara masalata.
Oh, I do.
Oh, I really do.
That and a few.
I wish I did that today.
Before my kids kick, I would eat a whole tub of it with 4 slices of pita bread.
Oh, really?
So and that would be my whole meal. Yeah.
Whole can of chickpeas.
Yeah.
How big's a whole can of chickpeas? 400 grams, I think.
No.
Yeah, I think it's about 400 grams.
Depends on the size of the can.
So, in fact, that was the price of that was about 50p.
Is that right?
It was. So,
Whereas
tahini.
the thingy of hummus.
Garlic. Got to have garlic.
What is tahini?
Well, tahini is sesame seed paste, which you could do in here.
Right. Oh, you could make your own tahini.
You could do that, absolutely.
I like the idea of it.
Lemon juice.
I think I can have seeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit of tahini in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Tahini's delicious.
Can I borrow that jar after you've...
Have you ever tried it before, tahini,
No,
by
I'm not
itself?
going to try it right now. Can I just look at the jar?
Yeah, try that.
No, it's not to try it. It's I don't
olive
know if
oil?
I can read it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is this organic? It actually says ingredients: roasted pulp sesame seeds, and that's it. Crikey!
Yep.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's very nice.
Very, very, very nice. Perfect. Just bringing that together. Those blades working. 250 watts in power. You're in control, and it's just coming together beautifully. Okay. Beautiful.
Do you know what, Jack? I'd happily pay the usual price for this because I think it's worth everything.
I would probably loosen that a little bit more.
Yeah,
and add a little bit more water.
Scrape it down if you need to. Which you would with a regular, what do you call it, a full size.
Let's just actually
Dewberry.
put some onto there, look. You know what I love? When you go to a meze restaurant and they do that and they do this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord. Wow.
And then you could just get your flatbread and just dip into that.
Jack,
Yum, yum, yum,
speaking
yum, yum.
of
Yeah.
all of this goodness, can you do a guac for Locke?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're on the clock.
Yeah. You need good ripe avocados for that.
Oh,
okay,
love it.
Take your time.
Love a good avocado.
Okay. Let's get the knife out, in and out, and spoon it in.
Spoon it in, baby.
Okay.
This is such a versatile... Is it a vegetable or is it a fruit? I don't know.
Do you know what? There's a misconception. I don't know. They say it's a vegetable, a fruit, don't they?
I have to be very careful. They can be very dangerous. My acting school in Los Angeles, just to mention I used to live in America, and they had an avocado tree out in the courtyard, and at certain times of the year they would just fall down.
Yeah.
And you had to be careful one didn't clock you on the head. Yeah, so they taste nice, but they can be murder.
You cook with extra avocado oil, don't you?
I don't cook. Actually, no, I do. I drizzle it on salads.
Yeah.
But I use an avocado mayonnaise.
Do you want sour cream in there? Well, I'm doing it, so.
No, you do. You do. You don't worry about me.
Yeah. I like a bit of sour cream.
Meat and veg, and that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
So, how do you turn it on?
Okay, just button up here. Okay, plug it in. There's no on and off switch with this, okay? You literally just plug it in, and then once you plug it in, it's all aligned up. It won't work unless everything's lined up,
yes,
okay? It's sat on there, literally, finger on top.
And there we go.
Okay. And of course, when you get to this stage, you can just pulse as well.
Yeah,
to help it along its way.
It's brilliant.
We love it. Homemade guacamole. The other great thing as well, there's no stabilisers, additives, preservatives
emulsifiers.
In here. I mean, just look at that.
I absolutely love a bit of guacamole, don't you? It's so good. That £20. 1999. Space 1999 was one of my favourite shows. David, I love you. David has messaged and said that the monkey should be called Montague. Montague monkey. I love it. Oh, and Laura says tzatziki. Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to give it to David, Laura, only because with Montague Monkey, you've got the alliteration, you see. Montague. And he looks like a Montague. I think he talks like this. Hello there. Montague Monkey here. I say, how are you today? Montague Monkey from Monmouth. Shire. No? You can tell I used to work in children's television, can't you? Now, unfortunately, whoever it was that requested we play the clip of the second clip of the air fryer, we've run out of time. I'm so sorry. You'll just have to trust us. It's really good. One thing we haven't shown you, which we can because we've got little clips of it, is the MisterChef 12-inch countertop pizza maker, also suitable for crepes and pancakes. And many other things beside it. It'll actually work as a grill. It can get up to 230 degrees. We cooked meats in it. We loved it, we did. We thought that was the best thing since sliced bread. You can get it in either red or black. So all the colours of bruises. And it's really good. And this is what it does. Let's just slide in some video, shall we? Here it comes. There, you can do pizzas. It's got like ceramic infused plates. Now that was a frozen pizza, but you can do it from frozen, ready-made frozen pizzas. You could do frozen pizza bases and put your own tops on there. We've did wedges with like fat chips. A tortilla pizza omelettes, very good for pancakes, and look, it'll even do your chicken. And that there is that's a cheesy crepe, I think. Is that an omelette? Oh, no, it's a very thin omelette. I was going to say, because it didn't look like a load of crap, did it? So it's a very versatile piece of kitchen instrumentation. $59.99, and there is a lovely pizza that our Jack did make from scratch. You can do fresh dough as well. So you can do pizzas, but also crepes, pancakes, meats, vegetables, tubers, fruits, you name it, confections, and you can spread the cost over 3 months interest-free if you want to. But it's all about the... Oh, Sam, come here. Just so you know that I wasn't joking about Sam. Do you want to maybe come this side?
Do you want me that side?
Yeah, because... Oh, no, you were right first time. So here's Sam. Oh, they put the L in, so you're in the way now. So, do you want to come close to my... This... Sam's, just to show that Sam went, you know, here it is, live. Yeah. Thank you. Well done. It's the bit where he pulls the thing out his nose from Total Recall. You know, the probe. His nasal probe. Not Sam's nasal probe. It was a tracking device that ended up in some chocolate that was eaten by a rat. And he sticks it up his nose and he goes, it makes a crunch, and he's pulling it out and he's going, with a latex, you know, not a real face. He didn't really shove it up his nose. It's the magic of Hollywood, darlings. And all that's basically just because I used an Arnie accent to talk about the chopper from that well-known film, Predator. Well done, good. I have to say that Arnie has he's finally thrown in the towel because he was asked to do the latest Terminator movie and he said no, he's got too old for it. So he's finally said, I won't be back. That was the quote in all of the papers, yeah. What a shame, yeah. I thought he was great. I actually liked the new Terminator films. There was one, Genesis, I think was very, it was panned, but I thought it was actually quite good. Largely because of Mr. Schwarzenegger. He's an old school movie star, isn't he? You know, there used to be in the 80s and 90s, they were the days, I always go back because I'm a huge movie fan. I watch dozens of movies. I buy probably 5, 6, 7 movies a month and watch them. And I have to say that these days, the stories aren't as good. If you want a good story that's well told and well directed, go to the 80s and 90s. And those were the days where you went to see a film because of who was in it. You know what I mean? That doesn't exist. You might go and see a movie now because of a character that's in it. Like, although Robert Downey Jr., yes, I think he was a big draw. And you know, yes, Tom Hanks and yes, Meryl Streep. But the days of movie star-driven pictures, as they call them, they're just gone. It's very sad. I chose the wrong time to be an actor. I mean, I should have gone to LA in my 20s. I went at the beginning of my 30s. And I had a really good 10 years, but now the movie business is all but dead. The good news is a lot of the TV production is moving to Britain, so I won't be moving back to LA anymore. So anyway, Vicky, apparently Vicky is saying I'm looking well on my health kick. Thank you very much. I weighed myself the other day, 1.5 stone in 6 weeks. But I mean, I still can't quite do this jacket, but I'm getting it. It's going to take. I'm 10 stone overweight or something ridiculous like that. So it's going to take a few stone. I reckon 3 or 4 stone. By summer, you'll start to notice the difference. It's a process. You know what I mean? I can see minor differences, and I feel a lot better as well. It's easy. I just do keto. Now tomorrow night I won't be here. None of us will be here because it's the Oscars, another ceremony I've not been invited to and shan't be winning an award from. One day, it's my big dream. But Tuesday, now is that Monday night into Tuesday morning? We've got the piranha peeler. I've had one of these for years. It's a peeler and a half. That it really is. It's got sharp teeth, which is why it's called piranha. And you can remove the skin from a potato in mere minutes. It's really good. We've got the fouets of fish. Oh, and on Tuesday night into Wednesday, we haven't even got the pictures in there yet and the stock because it's that new. We've got ERC back. I can tell you that the collagen's back. But then Wednesday to Thursday, we've got the Tower, and this is the Tower Spot Cleaner. It's a handheld spot cleaner, brand new, not been seen before. The price will go down, actually. That's the main price. They don't drop the prices until before the show, so it will be lower. They're really good. If you want to clean your, literally shampoo your sofas and armchairs and things like that, or get spot stains off your carpets and various fabrics, brilliant. And then I'm back Thursday into Friday. I'm back with the Chamois Man. If anyone can, the Chamois Man can. And he's a very absorbing chap, is our David. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sam. Sam's been brilliant. Thank you, Carol, for watching. She says, good morning. Good morning, Carol. And from me and from Montague the Monkey and from Kieran, our director, and Martha, our wonderful producer, from Roberta, our multi-skilled technical operator, and the inimitable Sam, floor manager Sam, and everybody else at ITV and STV who's been up late watching for this or working for this broadcast. Thank you and good night.